All right, let's talk Ryobi cordless stuff. I think I got into the whole Ryobi ecosystem back when I bought a house a long time ago, and I got the big bag with the saw, the little 5-inch saw, and a drill, and the flashlight, and a couple other things. And it comes with 2 batteries. Whatever, it works for whatever you're going to use it for. But I've kind of stayed in there without having to buy Milwaukee or whatever brand you want to buy. I'm pretty happy with them. They've got the 4-volt, or they've got the 4-amp-hour batteries, and then they've got the smaller 2 amps. You know, these are good for the smaller items, and these are good for the tire inflators, and they got more power for the impacts. We'll go over a couple generic tools first, like tire inflator. I mean, it works pretty good. It's got a little digital pressure gauge on here. It seems to be just fine for tires and that sort of thing. Very handy. I definitely would buy it again. They have a newer one that's square. I don't know if that one's better or worse. I haven't tried it. This might be the dumbest tool that they have, but I haven't tried the fan or anything like that. This is the flashlight. Very hard button to push. And it's incandescent. It's got this crappy bulb, or it might be halogen. I don't know. It's not LED. I don't know why they make this with it not being LED. It barely lights up anything. It's good to give to the kids and have them run around the house with it, except this button is so hard to push that they can't do it. This is the 3/8 electric ratchet. I had a Husky one like this that was great. I just used it so much, I eventually broke it. I did buy the USB-C one, which is smaller, but it did not have enough torque to undo anything. So I actually complained about it, and they sent me this for free. I didn't think I would like this because of how big the battery is, as opposed to going in the handle like a lot of the other ones do. But you can rotate the head so that it's not in the way. So, I don't know, this is pretty decent. I got it for free. I don't know how much it costs. But like I said, I like my Husky one too. I just used the crap out of it and ended up breaking it. What ended up happening was you would twist it, and instead of not turning when it had too much resistance, it would just get stuck and go click, 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 click. I gave it to my brother. I think he still uses it. This is the brushless drill. I have the brushed one, the original one that came with that big kit that I'm talking about. Let somebody borrow it though, which is why I like having multiple tools. The brushed one, it was okay. It wasn't that great. It definitely wasn't something you wanted. I mounted a Nest camera and some bricks. It did not like that. This one's a lot better. I mean, I'm sure it's not that great, but I don't do a ton of drilling. A lot of times I'll use it with a polishing wheel or with the rubber eraser. I mean, I drill some holes, you know, mount curtains and crap like that, but I don't know if I'd build a deck with this. I mean, I'm sure it'd be fine. I just don't know how great of a drill it is, because like I said, I don't do a ton of drilling. But this one is a lot shorter than the brush model. I would avoid that one and go right to this one. It was pretty cheap. Let's talk impacts. This is the 1/2-inch impact that you buy, what do you call it, on Black Friday, or Home Depot's always got this one for 99 bucks with the battery. It's pretty decent. I've had some lug nuts that it wouldn't take off. I've had some bolts on the body that it won't take off. You get up over 150, 200, this isn't gonna budge anything. It's fine for a starter. But if you want something that you're actually going to use, get this one. This is the brushless one. I don't know how much power this one makes, but I've twisted more lug nuts than I would like to have with this. And I can do the body bolts that are 220 foot-pounds, that sort of thing. So this one is actually the P262, and this one's the 261. The 261's okay. It'll get you started. It'll get you, it's better than taking bolts off by hand for sure. I mean, you can tell by, I used this one for a couple of years, and then I ended up just getting this one because I kept running into things this wouldn't take off. And then I bought the 3/8. I'm not really sure why I bought this. I think it must have been on sale, or maybe I got it on eBay. It works, it's fine. It's a lot smaller than this one. But again, it's not gonna make big power. So I could probably live without this one because I have this one. This is a 1/4 inch impact driver, not an impact wrench. You can take a lug nut off with this. I wouldn't really recommend it, but you can. But this is very useful for taking, you know, a lot of bolts off fast, and it's so much smaller and lighter than this big guy. I mean, there's a couple things I use this one on, but you know, most of the time I get away with this. Unless I'm working on some 1/2 inch stuff or something that really needs a, this is almost like, it becomes like, depending on the reach. I mean, this is way stronger than this Ratchet, but this is a lot more, I don't know, if you got something up here, it's easier to take this apart rather than do this. But these are almost interchangeable, except for when you gotta tuck in somewhere to get a bolt. Then I just got this one. You can see it's brand new. You get it on Slick Deals right now for 29 bucks. I bought it basically as a spare. It's just a spare driver. I think the idea was that if I was gonna do a ton of screws or something on like a deck, I wouldn't ruin this one. I don't know. And again, if somebody wanted to borrow it or something, I could borrow this one out. It's a lot shorter. You compare the length of where the actual chuck or whatever this is called is at. It's smaller and lighter. I mean, this would be fine for working on, like I said, a deck or something, but this is a nice little guy. If you get your hands on one of these, this is the combination to get. But again, if you're on a budget, just get the $99 one. I've had this for, oh man, 6 years maybe. Still runs great. And you want to put the 4 amp batteries in here because you're going to get the most power out of it. I'll go through all of these real quick. Here's a 3/8. And then here's the strong 1/2 one. Here's the 1/4. And then here's the new 1/4. I don't have any 6 amp batteries. It might be nice for the tire inflator. But I've never ran into anything with this where I needed more power than the 4 amp will give me, so I just haven't bought one yet. Maybe if I see one go on sale. I think the tire inflator would be helpful because you can use an entire one of these with the tire inflator. You know, if you're putting 7-8 pounds in a tire all the way around the car. I don't know if they've got any other tools that I want to try. I have the USB-C screwdriver, power screwdriver. All their USB-C stuff is kind of weak. I don't really recommend any of it. I can't think of anything else that they have that I haven't tried yet. Be nice if they had a better light system because I wouldn't mind using these for lights, but hey, till they release them, who knows?